After being flagged at a custom for a tax default caused by my ex-company's non-payment. To clear my name, I had to navigate the system. And in this part, I will tell you exactly how I got it resolved. The custom officers wanted to know everything. How much tax was owed, where I was working, where I would be staying in Johor, my return date to Singapore, my contacts in Singapore, and even my employees' details. Each answer felt like a bargain for freedom. I handed in my answer sheet and sat back where I was, waiting nervously. After 2 hours long wait, they finally decided they would let me go this time, but only with a warning. Resolve this immediately. Next time, you wouldn't be let through. Crossing into Johor, I held my baby and thought, how did I end up here? Here's the hard truth I learned the painful way. In Singapore, employers can withhold employees' salary for tax filing purposes. However, not they must. What do I mean by saying that? Let me give you an example. Let's say for one day, you fled Singapore without paying your tax. Who do IRAS fault? Well, they might fault on your employers. And this is why our employer is withholding our salary. By withholding our salary, they are mitigating this risk. What about us as employees? What about the risk that is, our company didn't make the deduction, however, never remitted to IRAS on our behalf? Well, this is exactly what happened to me. I kept wondering and researching. What can we do when this happens? Who can we turn to before it gets this serious? And honestly, besides writing to MOM and IRAS, I found no clear path. Assuming if you're a foreigner like me. However, if you're fortunate enough to be Singaporean, there is a clear path. That is, you can talk to your member of parliament and visit them during the weekly Meet the People session. They can write a letter on your behalf directly to the government agencies such as MOM or IRAS. Compared to the regular individual emails, usually these letters goes into a priority queue and it helps escalate the matter much faster. For me, what I could and have done at that time was just calling and writing to MOM and IRAS. When I followed up with IRAS told me, this is a salary issue, please contact MOM. When I contacted MOM, they told me, this is a tax issue, please contact IRAS. Back and forth, I was like a ball tossed between two walls. So what did I do in the end? I took the most naive approach, that is, keep writing to both of them until somebody takes action. Literally, that time, every day I woke up in the morning, the first thing I do is not to brush my teeth, not to take breakfast, but to sit down, check inbox. No reply? I follow up by making a phone call. Then I waited again. The next day, no reply again? I write them another email and attach with more evidence. Then I waited again. So on and so forth. Each day felt heavier. It was like a practice every day, you know. First thing waking up in the morning. No joke. It repeated for 10 days, about 2 weeks' time. And finally, one day, a reply came in. It says, Miss Julia, we are sorry for the late reply. We have carefully evaluated your case, and we have contacted your company. They will be paying for the old tax. As of today, your old tax is 0. Just like that. All it took was one phone call. Nightmare over. Relief. Name clear. For me, it was months of stress, humiliation, and endless email chasing. Looking back, here's what really helped me in this situation. Number 1, keep records. Save pay slips, email correspondence, and any proof of deduction. Without any record, it's your word against the system. Number 2, raise the issue early. If you send something off, report it. Even if at first nobody replies, your record still exists. I reported this non-payment issue to IRAS 2 months ago. Nobody replied to it until I was stopped at custom. But when I pulled out the particular number for the issue I raised, it was a strong proof that I didn't neglect it. It was on my priority queue, and I was proactively seeking guidance from IRAS on this matter. Number 3, know your rights. If you worry your employer might not make payment to IRAS after deduction, request to file your own tax. Do it formally through email. If your employer insisted to file your tax and made the deduction, however never remitted to IRAS, then this email correspondence can be shown as a strong proof that you did your part. When there's no alternative, just be persistent. Keep writing, keep calling, follow up again until somebody takes action. Number 5, stress less. We often stress about things that we have little control over. Looking back, it occurred to me, if we have little control over the things, why do we need to stress about it? And how does stress about it help us? This is what I have tried to push things forward. But maybe there are other solutions I haven't found out yet. If you know any, I would love to hear it from you. It might help someone else stuck in the same situation. If even one of my lessons I have learned might help you, then my experience sharing was worth it. I'm Julia. This is Life in Practice. I'll see you next time.